Hello and welcome to another short video on the Garden of Soul, a digital garden for Rob Beaubear's teachings. In this video I'm going to give you an introduction on talk pages. The digital garden contains talks, and each of those talks gets its own talk page where you will find all the information on the talk, not only the text, but also links to the audio, index, notes, quotes, and so on. We'll go into that in a minute. What you're looking at here is the entrance gate of the digital garden, the retreats page, with in the retreats and series of talks section with the retreats currently in the digital garden. Let's just take this one here. The garden is in two-page mode, so if I click on anything, it opens it on the right page without actually removing it where we come from. So we have two pages side by side, and we're looking now at the retreat or series of talks page Vajra Music. The name Vajra Music, that's the name given on the Dharma Seed website where the audio recordings are stored. The series of talks was recorded in 2020, so whenever you see a page in the digital garden starting with a date, you know, okay, that's a retreat like 2006, New Year's retreat, 7/7, 14, 19, 20. Those are the retreat pages. On a retreat page, you find links to the talks in the talk section, and this retreat has 5 parts: talks, preliminaries regarding voice movement and gesture. Let's look at the third one, and now we are on a talk page. Each of the talk pages have basically the same elements. All pages in the digital garden, because it's a website, right? It's organized in pages, has a name, and the name, that's the text you find at the top of the page, right? So in this case, the name of the talk, preliminaries regarding voice movement and gesture, part 3. It is a talk, and this here is a let's call it breadcrumbs. Left arrow means goes to the previous talk. Right arrow to the next talk, and the small arrow pointing upwards takes us to the 2020 Vajra Music page, to the retreat. And you see this here as well. So that's a link, and this takes us to the Vajra Music, which is open here on the left side. A talk has, first of all, the basis of a talk is the talk itself as recorded by Rob, and that's available with this audio player, so you don't have to go to Dharma Seed and download the talk. It is accessible directly from the talk page. The talk has been transcribed by the Rob Beaubear Transcription Project into a high-quality PDF. Those PDFs, more than 400, organized in a easy-to-use Airtable, are high-quality transcripts, and really indispensable resource if you really want to absorb the teachings. As PDFs, of course, they are not amenable to linking, or not easy to work with, except of course printing it out or reading it on a screen. But it's not easy to link to certain parts of the transcript. The text is organized in pages, of course, like every PDF is, and on the pages you find paragraphs. And if we take a look at, and that's the link here, let's say let's for a moment take another one. So that's the first one. The breadcrumbs indicates there is no left arrow. It's the first in the series, so there is no previous talk. Let's open the transcript, the PDF again. The first paragraph is hello everyone, there are a few things. Or let's go to the second page. The first fully visible paragraph starts with as I said. And if we take a look at the transcript as a web page, it is the same information. Hello everyone, that was the first one. Or on the second page, the first, as I said. So the information from the PDF is mirrored as an easy to read web page without any embellishments, without any links or whatever, just the text. Not just the text, it has those small numbers which indicate, okay, this paragraph is on this and that page, this and that paragraph. What other parts of the talk page do we have? Well, talk pages can have all kinds of information on them, in addition to, of course, the paragraphs. We'll come to that in a second. In this case, a graph which does not add any new information. It just gives you a graphical overview over the structure of this particular talk. Not all of them have those charts, but some of them. I'll cover this index section at a later point in the video. I first want to take a quick look together with you at the referenced talk section. Not all talks, but some of them you find Rob talking or pointing to different talks as well. So those are collected, and you can jump from here to those talks and do some reading there if you want to. The main part of a talk page is, of course, the text itself, organized in paragraphs. And you see, if we just go to the first paragraph on the second page, and how do I see that is the first paragraph on the second page? Well, that was the as I said, yeah, second page, first paragraph, and you see the same small information here. On the talk page, you see a link to the transcript page, and you don't have to click on the link. You can read the 2.1 as it's on the second page, the first paragraph. Next to it, you find the keywords, the concepts Rob talks about in this paragraph. So in this case, soul making, the movement of devotion, meditation, hearing all sounds as mantra, or if we take a look at another one, let's go a bit down here, active listening, soul, and retreat. So those keywords are also marked as links in the paragraphs. So by clicking on any of those links, it takes us to a keyword page. I don't go into what's on those keyword pages in this talk. You might want to check out the introduction video on the Digital Garden, and you'll find that on the help page. Help page is a link here, and the first video is that introduction video. Let me scroll up, and another feature you see is that each of those paragraphs not only has a number identifying it, but also a small description. Those descriptions are unique, so we can refer to a paragraph either by this particular number, which doesn't tell us anything, or by a name, and if I go to a particular, if I click here, for example, on one of those names of the descriptions of the paragraph, it takes me to the talk page directly to this paragraph. So that's the way how to refer in different contexts to a paragraph without actually referring to the PDF or to the transcript. We don't need paragraph numbers or page numbers. We can also refer to the paragraphs by description. Having those descriptions gives us the ability to collect the descriptions for this particular talk in one plain list. So on the left side, you see the talk page, right? And on the right side, you see the paragraph descriptions, one after the other. So that's a good way if you come back to a talk and you are looking for a particular part of the talk, or if you want to recollect the content of the talk, you can quickly skim through the talk with this plain list. And if you find something which interests you, you can click on any of those, and it shows you the paragraph on the talk page, and you can read the text or dive into an analysis of the keywords. Let me increase the zoom, which takes the Digital Garden from 2-page mode into 1-page mode. It's a bit easier to see. Basically the same information and just a bit bigger. So as promised, let's scroll upwards and go to the index section. Well, you already saw that each of the paragraphs has a description, and together below the description, next to the link to the position on the PDF, a list of keywords. And the index is nothing more than just collecting all those keywords across all the paragraphs, so that you have a kind of a fingerprint for this talk, where you can see, okay, what is the keyword which occurs the most. And the keyword which occurs the most, or the key phrase, is energy body, with 51 occurrences, embodiment, body, whole body, and so on, 30 times. And so it's organized in a way that the one with which is occurring the most is at the beginning of the list, and the ones which only occur once are at the end. Without reading the text, by looking at the first keywords, it gives you a good idea on the concepts Rob covers in this talk. So that's about it. Let's summarize by going to a different talk. I will reduce the zoom level, which takes the Digital Garden from 1-page mode back into 2-page mode. And we click on this link, which always takes you back to the entrance door. So if you want to start over, if you want to go a different path through the garden, just click here and you're back at the entry entry page, and take another retreat, in this case practicing the jhanas from 2019. Let's take this one here, orienting to this jhana retreat, which is the, if you will, official name, the name of the talk as it is given on Dharma Seed. And the link to Dharma Seed is here in the order player. It's currently loading, so therefore you don't see the the length of the talk yet, with all the information about the transcripts, the PDF, and the web page. The index covers all the keywords occurring in the paragraphs, and each of the paragraphs has a small description and lists the keywords occurring in this paragraph. Very often you'll find an audio player which takes you directly to this timestamp of the audio recording and the text with the keywords, so that you can read the whole talk, the transcript, and listen to it and skim and browse. Those are the tools. That's the talk page, which is supposed to give you another handle to draw yourself closer into the body of Rob's teachings. That's about it. Thank you, and much metta to you.